This is the mess I've inherited from Inspector Tierney.
London about to blow itself in two. Well, he's gone. The press plus the bottle and... So I'm here. Right, Spindoe.
Yes? Came out of jail to find that Edwards had taken all he'd got and his wife.
Her?
She's dead. Spindoe killed her. I'm taking him in.
I heard it could have been a frame-up.
I prefer the obvious, Sergeant Fowler. Him in the north, him in the south, and in between, Spindoe. Ready to blow. But this morning we don't just take in Spindoe, but Edwards too.
And defuse the bomb?
Yes.
You say Tierney didn't believe that Spindoe killed his wife?
Tierney didn't give a tuppenny damn who did what to anybody. But I've got a letter sent by Spindoe threatening to kill Sheila.
She was very lovely.
In the midst of life, we are in death. Of whom may we seek for succor, but of thee, O Lord, who for our sins art justly displeased? Yet, O Lord God most holy, O Lord most...
How dare you bloody come? Shall I? Yeah, anything. No. Yes.
Thou knowest, Lord, the secrets of our hearts. Shut not thy merciful ears to our prayer, but spare us, Lord most holy, O God most mighty, O holy and merciful Saviour, thou most worthy Judge eternal, suffer us not.
So Spindoe came to his wife's funeral after all.
Yes, and then he was very stupid.
Ah, we each have our cross to bear, Arthur.
He had his men lean on Spindoe there and then. There'll be photographs of it in all the evening papers.
We must get a lot of souvenir copies. Alec got clear, I trust?
Oh, yes, there couldn't be any follow-up. The place was wide open.
Good.
Eddie just lost control.
Oh, you mustn't fret, Arthur. I don't intend to keep you at Eddie's side. Or is it his back? Much longer.
I dislike working for fools, especially emotional fools.
You bloody idiot. Jesus, a gang of kids could have done better. 4 of you. Spindoe gets clear.
It was too public.
Yes. Yes, dear God, the neck of it, Hans. The brass neck. Kills her in cold blood and then comes to her funeral. Dear God. You know what? He tried to put it on you, Hans. Said you took his gun for Mackelson.
Why should I do that?
Yeah, why? But I asked him. Why should you or Mackelson want my Sheila dead?
It makes no sense.
No. Why?
Are you asking me?
Well, of course I'm bloody asking you.
I didn't. Spindoe lied to you.
Why should you do anything for Mackelson, Hans?
I work for you, Mr. Edwards.
What I told him. Yeah. Hans works only for me. And it better stay like that.
It does, sir.
Or you'll get chopped, Hans, very slowly and sent back to Norway in a box.
That is understood, sir.
Okay. Relax. Jesus, Hans, I believe you. Think I'd take Spindoe's word against yours? How do you take to this Webster fellow we got with us now?
He's all right.
Yeah. Knows what he's doing. But cold. Like a bloody auditor. Fishing all the time for Mackelson. Mind you, Mackelson's great. Great man. Partnership's great. You know, he wanted to see the accounts we kept of our protection branch. I told Webster I'd got them all here. He didn't like that. That didn't suit him at all. No fun anymore. No laughs. Jesus, Hans, we might as well be bloody stockbrokers. Used to be laughs, big kicks. The only thing I regret going in with Mackelson makes us very big. North and south. The whole bloody metropolis, and the law knows it. Oh, Jesus, what can they do? How can they touch us now, eh?
Edward George Edwards?
Why so bloody formal, Peach? Sit down.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
What did I do? Park one of my cars on the yellow line?
For complicity in the murder of Lawrence Bolsover, motor mechanic of 42 Lyndon Road, Norbury.
Is this Inspector Tierney's little joke?
Detective Inspector Tierney has resigned from the force.
Has he? Old Bill Tierney? Why?
You don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be
Like
taken...
sod off and get some service in?
Careful, Edwards. I have also a warrant for the arrest of Hans Burkveld.
Now, what did he ever do? Except drive one of my cars. I warn you, Peach. You're putting both feet right in it.
I told you I should have come.
I managed, Billy. I managed. The knife fell and stuck in her coffin. They haven't got enough blood, Billy. Mackelson nor Eddie, neither of them. They haven't got enough blood to pay for Sheila.
It's ready. Yep. Oh, hello, Frank. Right. Cheers. We'll be in touch. Frank Malik sends his regards. He's heard you're in great form again.
Oh, has he? How many does that make now, Billy?
That's the fifth offer of help we've had today, under cover of hello, how are you? Glad to hear you're back and well, of course. Still help, I suppose. Help from Edwards' men at that.
Yes, they have an instinct for sinking ships.
If Eddie is sinking.
Oh, he is. Oh, and they know it in their bones. And a week ago, I wasn't even afloat. I'll take that. Hello? Yes. Hello, Sim. Oh, you've heard, have you? Yes, well, there'll be a lot of reorganization to be done. I'll be in touch. Bye. 6 now. 6 experienced operatives.
It's the rats that walk off a sinking ship, Alec.
People. Usable. Malleable.
I'd be happier if Ray Gallagher had rung.
Oh, that bastard.
No, you read him wrong, Alec.
Now, don't tease me. He'd perform for anyone.
Isn't that just what your army of 6 are doing?
Am I anyone, Billy? Am I?
What can you want?
My name's Webster. I represent Mr. Mackelson.
Yes.
You know of him? He knows of you, too. You don't exactly advertise your business, do you?
Everybody notices that.
You sell yourself softly. Mrs. Gallagher, we know you've been a great help to a Mr. Alex Spindoe.
Well, I don't suppose he'd say that, but I was, yes.
More than he seems able to realize.
Maybe. Mackelson's information service must be quite extensive.
Oh, it is. In our organization, we always refer to Mr. Mackelson.
I bet.
Are you being loyal to someone, Mr. Gallagher?
Yeah. Me.
We understood that Spindoe had paid you off.
Yeah. He didn't like the way I tried to clear him of his wife's murder, nor the way I stopped him shooting Eddie Edwards in full view of 100 witnesses.
Ungrateful of him.
Oh, I don't know. Mackelson had him jumping.
How was that?
Your organization tried to frame him for his wife's murder, didn't it?
We heard you were intelligent, Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Mackelson was thinking of offering you a job. A very good job.
Why? You already got a job.
A well-paid job.
Doing what?
You've already admired our information service. It's good. Mr. Mackelson feels that it could be even better, with the right man running it, supervising it. You'd be in sole charge, responsible only to him. Now,
I know too much about Mackelson.
do you think you could sell what you know to the police?
They don't pay my kind of money.
Well, perhaps we can.
I don't think Mackelson's big enough either.
I don't think we'll be able to accept your answer, Skelliger.
Look the other way while I tremble.
Mr. Mackelson will expect a more sensible reply from you. Within 4 days.
Good day, Ambassador.
It's open and shut. We've got a witness that saw Edwards' man Berkvold take boats over from the Alaskan Crab owned by Edwards at the same time on that same crucial night.
Then why didn't Tierney arrest Berkvold last week?
Because Tierney was too damn soft and too circumspect.
Perhaps with a reason.
But I've put that right. Haven't I?
Yes. Yes, you have.
Derek, do you honestly believe that your key witness is reliable? A Spanish barman who can't or won't speak English? All right, you've got Berkvold tucked away downstairs for the time being. But Frederico's statement says nothing, in fact, to identify him conclusively.
Okay, we grill him again.
And all you'll still get is hands. Where does Edwards come in?
The fact that Edwards
It's
employs Berkvold.
circumstantial, for God's sake.
Look, forensic proof, the time of death coincides exactly.
No. The waste disposal bit worked a treat. Edwards did it, but we can't prove it. Edwards knows that, as always.
Right. We break hands down, get a confession.
Good luck. The only way you'll get anything useful out of him will get you the push, too.
We'll see. I want Edwards brought up.
Well, why do you want him?
Somebody I wanted to meet.
Games?
Now, what is it, Barney? Are you trying to tell me that I'm acting prematurely? You've seen these, all shouting for the law to do something. All yelling, wide open city, north versus south, Chicago, 68, blah, blah, blah. Well, I have done something. Where Tierney didn't dare lift a finger. Don't worry. Look, the magistrates will have seen these papers too, won't they? So Edwards and Berkvold aren't going to get bail, are they? Not after these. So I get them remanded while we collect more evidence.
Yes, but to keep him inside, you're going to need much, much more.
I'll get it. Don't worry.
I'm not, Derek.
I'm not worrying.
Where's my solicitor? They got here yet? I don't talk to you without him.
You've seen these?
How could I, down there?
The man on your left, Webster.
What?
We've got him on record as working for Henry Mackelson.
Yeah, Alec really jumped, didn't he?
Webster Edwards.
Yeah. That's him. You're right.
Why? Why is he there with a small, suburban racketeer like you?
You're thinking of Spindoe, not me. Peach, you don't stand a chance.
Don't I? Rawlings? Now? And when Spindoe's brought in?
For what? Sheila's murder?
What else?
Well, now that I might just cooperate.
Spindoe, you know Mr. Edwards, I believe.
Yes. Eddie? It's good to see you, Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah, you too, Alec. How you going? Huh?
Fine. Only I got interrupted. And you?
The same.
Oh.
I was just telling Peach here how far he's sticking his big fat neck out.
Oh, well, with Tierney sacked, he naturally wants to prove he means it. He'll learn if they can suffer him that long.
Rawlings!
Slow down, Peach. You must conserve your energies. You've got so much to do.
Take them both down, separate cells.
Go on, stand up, Peach. And when it falls, you could get knocked down, too.
Get out.
For God's sake, you've already cleared him once with Tierney.
But not with the pip-hungry Peach. He wouldn't accept my theory or me. He's got that letter Spindoe wrote. Threatening murder, man.
Even Peach can't afford to ignore the truth.
Oh, you tell him that. Jesus.
You know bloody well Alec didn't kill Sheila.
It makes no difference.
Look. I know Alec riled you, Ray.
He paid me off. And I was glad to take what he owed me.
Had a rough day.
He'd had a rough day. So had others. Me. And Renata. Have you seen her? Not that you can yet, not properly. They haven't taken the bandages off. Go and ask her to help.
All right. I will. When I come back, you'll help?
Well, why should I? I've had a better offer. Better everything, man. Tell Alec.
Cigarette.
Don't they mind?
Of course they mind. So do I. I might get a couple of drags in. Does Alec know what Henry did to me? Does he care?
I haven't asked him. He's got his own concerns. The police hold him for killing Sheila with Hans Berkvold's gun, Renata.
Yeah, well, who says I mind about that? Now.
No smoking.
Oh, no, please,
Oh, yes, young lady.
3 bloody drags. I hope Alec gets life. What happened to me? And you?
He probably will. Look, Renata, you've already told most of what you did to help Mackelson frame Alec, or he wouldn't be here. I just need one more thing. Did you take Berkvold's gun yourself, or did one of Mackelson's men come for it? That's all I need.
I don't want this visitor.
Shut up!
Would you take it?
Do you want the law instead of me? So help me, I'll send them. They may not be so gentle. No, Renata. I'll make Alec pay. Your face won't show a single line. I think I'm mad, but he'll make good. Come on. Did you take that gun?
Oh, what's it matter? Ask them here what it show. Maybe we'll see. Oh, I didn't want to tell Henry I had that gun. I put it off for hours. I didn't ring him for hours. Tell Alec I had to. He doesn't know Henry.
He does.
All I did was ring him. I just had to be out of the flat. About 1 o'clock. One of Henry's men came and took the gun.
Thanks. That's all I needed. Don't worry, Renata. Now Alec will be able to help. And I'll see he does.
Tell Alec to come. Tell him to come. Days get very long in here.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, girl. Don't worry.
I've told you. I don't know if we'll get you bail, Eddie.
Not we. You, Alfred. You will. Because I didn't kill Eddie Bolsover.
No, one of your men did. I quite understand, Eddie.
I didn't even know him.
Take it easy. I accept your word. That's what you pay me for, isn't it?
I pay you to get me off the bleeding hook. Any hook. This hook.
No. This time, you've given yourself too much publicity. And the police know it, are counting on it. Don't even hope for bail, not at any moment. After your front page spread today, no solicitor could get it for you. But I still don't see why you had Bolsover removed.
No, neither do I. All I know is he met Alec out of jail and lent him his car to come and see me.
And for that, you had him killed.
Alfred, just get me out of here.
There's no legal way, that I'm sure.
Well, if you're that certain, you know what to do, don't you?
Mackles.
Yes.
Puts you in a very weak position, Eddie.
Well, what am I in now? Or next week on remand? You get out and get working. Get bloody weaving. Weak position.
You back? I've been back for 2 hours. Where have you been?
Man won the pools and stopped being a bus driver. Bought himself a nuclear-powered bungalow in Sanderstead and 24 minicars, then wonders why his wife ran off with his best friend, another bus driver. So would I help?
Did you?
Yeah.
Made it all better, huh?
No. You could have waited in here.
I thought you'd prefer it if I observed conventions until you move into the waiting room bracket.
Convention didn't stop you taking my newspaper.
I saw Renata. I made promises.
It was risky.
I told her that Alec would pay for her injuries.
And for that she'll confirm Mackelson's frame of Spindoe?
Yeah, that should be enough. The law can't hold him after that.
Will Alec pay for Renata's face?
I tell him he must. I gave my word. Anyhow, he will once he's free again, his old self again.
You're sure?
I'll go bail for him.
How much bail?
100, half before, half after.
No more?
Haven't got any more. I've seen you with money. You sell your services under the market price, and then you watch their eyes when they're paying you.
The eyes are the windows on the purse.
And I think you sell yourself short.
Maybe. You expect people to tell the truth, Billy. I use cash.
So I don't suppose this tops your better offer.
I'm doing this for Renata, not Alec.
Of course.
And on your word, Billy.
Yeah.
Hans Bergfold will add nothing to his initial statement, which says nothing anyway.
Later.
You know you've kept this man Scaliger waiting nearly an hour?
Yes. He's irrelevant to the case.
Is he?
And I had work to do. Right. We can come in now.
Right.
I'll give you 5 minutes, Gallagher, and it better be good.
I'll only need 3. You got my statement?
It's on file somewhere.
Get it out. There's a new witness.
Who?
Renata Blakesley. She's in Croydon General Hospital at the moment, with not much face to speak out of.
I know that.
But she can and will. She admits she betrayed Spindoe to Mackelson. Had the gun taken.
What else about her?
She was a croupier at the Alaskan Crab, right? Larry Bolsover took Spindoe there on his first night out from jail. Now, Spindoe was staked by Bolsover, won money on the tables, and struck up with Renata. He was sleeping with her the night before the gun disappeared. The gun that shot Sheila. Now, Spindoe knew bloody well he hadn't shot her, so he went back and wrung the truth out of Renata. But then he told Mackelson, so no face. Mackelson expects a high degree of integrity from his employees. Well, her evidence proves Spindoe's innocence. It was a frame by Mackelson to get Edwards moving against Spindoe. Mackelson's afraid of Spindoe, as Tierney realised.
Get a file. And do you expect me to release Spindoe on this?
You can't ignore it. I've already outlined all the angles to Spindoe's solicitor, so why make a fool of yourself at this stage of the game? You can go ahead if you like, but the press will murder you, like they did Tierney.
Are you threatening me, Scaliger?
I'm doing you a favour. The press don't need me to help them. They can find out enough for themselves.
She wouldn't bring charges.
No, but now she will.
And what about Spindoe's letter threatening to kill Sheila?
Won't substantiate you or your case, Peach. Intent isn't the act. So Mackelson forestalled Spindoe. And you'd need the recipient of that letter to make the charge. And she's dead.
Okay, get Spindoe. What else have you got, Scaliger?
Nothing. I only work for a price.
Mackelson.
You couldn't begin to pay for that risk, man. No. Like Tierney said, use Spindoe for that one.
So you're not doing this entirely for Spindoe's benefit, then?
I've only got one obligation to Alex Spindoe.
Oh?
General deodorized truth.
You're free to go, Spindoe. For now. Bye. Ask him. Bye.
Billy Humphries stood security for you.
You can go, that's all, Spindoe.
What made you come back with the truth, Scaliger?
Please, don't mention it. Billy pays, as well as he can.
Where is he?
He's on his way. You really do have faith in people, don't you, Billy?
No more than they deserve. Are you going to take that better offer?
Depends on the next 4 days, man.
You got the car?
I came in Scaliger's. We'll get a taxi.
What are the terms, Billy?
Scaliger just saw sense.
No. Come on.
That's all.
Scaliger says you paid him. But did you, Billy? I need to know the base I operate from, Billy. The terms.
I find him an extra witness.
Who?
You know who.
How would I? You went to Renata.
No one else could help.
And she? Why? Why, Billy? What angle has she got on me?
She wants her face back, Alec. I told her you'd do that for her.
And that's why I'm out?
I told her you'd pay, and Scaliger expects me to keep that promise.
You've nailed me to the floor, Billy. I am to pay for being framed for murder.
No, she changed, and you're out.
And you, Billy, where do you chip in?
I already have with Scaliger.
Jesus!
Scaliger expects me to keep that promise.
Well, then you better start saving, hadn't you?
You gave Scaliger 4 days to make up his mind.
Yes.
Yes? Oh, I see. Oh, yes, we'll do our best for Eddie, of course. Nothing like a small but public gesture to keep morale going. Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yes.
Yes? Oh, so Spindoe's out and about again. Who did? Scaliger. I see, yes. I thought he was being loyal to someone. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Arthur, how well do you know the Magistrates' Court, Streatham?
neither in the case of Edwards nor Hans Bergveld can there be any question of bail, despite the large sums offered by their defending solicitors. Therefore, we agree to the police request for demand for 2 weeks to enable them to gather more evidence in this complex case. Next.
There you are. I thought you had things to do. Wheels to turn, empires to win back.
I washed the smell of the law off me, and then nothing. Not my move, Billy.
Mackelson has found something to do.
Oh, solid.
You're not the only one in debt to someone.
I told you, Billy, I may sometimes forget, but I never forgive, if reminded.
Any more offers of loyalty?
2 more. Eddie may be free, but he's sunk.
Yeah, I'm glad, I'm grateful. How about a drink?
Arthur, would you? I'm sure you know better than I what Eddie drinks in the middle of the afternoon.
Scotch. God, you're prissy, Henry. When were you last in a police cell?
Oh, October the 16th, 1927, for 2 hours.
Congratulations.
Hans Bergwald.
What?
Is he reliable?
Ask yourself that.
Yes, Eddie.
Alec thought you'd know.
Did he? Oh, no. Hans is your responsibility. Will he hold?
Well, of course he'll bloody hold. He's only got himself to talk to.
Can we be sure? Detective Sergeant Peach must be feeling a little pressed after this morning. You gone, Alec gone.
Alec?
Oh, you hadn't heard. Yes, Gallagher bailed him out by telling the police the truth.
That deadbeat. What truth?
That I framed Alec for Sheila's murder.
You? You killed Sheila? Alec was... You tell me?
Not personally, of course, sir. There's very little the law can do about it, despite Gallagher. You know, he's really quite bright. I've offered him a job, in fact. So they had to let Alec go.
You. My Sheila! Oh.
You're too emotional, Edwards. It was the most convincing way of urging you to remove Alec, but your people bungled it, alas, as they do too often. What, you bloodless... I dislike abuse. Arthur, make Eddie as comfortable as we can. Anything that's compatible with his own security and ours. He's wanted by so many people. Now.
Okay. The statement you've agreed to make, Bergveld.
changed my mind.
There's no going back now. What you said down there on paper, signed.
Wasn't true.
What wasn't true?
What I said then, to please you.
Now listen, Berkeley.
Yes. The walls are thinner up here. I say nothing now, without my solicitor being here. And I report what you did.
What? How you resisted arrest?
I did not. I have a witness.
Who? Him?
When I was arrested, Mr. Edwards.
Are you trying to fight?
Brixton expects Mr. Bergvold. I think he'd better be there.
And organize it.
Come on.
I report you to the authorities.
They're used to unfounded complaints.
He's on his way.
Receiving officer, please. Detective Sergeant Peach here. Yes? Oh, hello, Bob. Yes, I thought you might be on. Remand prisoner Bergvold is on his way to you now. He needs watching. He gave us quite a bit of trouble on arrest and feels hurt about it. Yes. Yeah. Okay, Joe. Oh, remember me to Margot. Yeah, Joe. Happier now?
No. Didn't even get a statement.
Worth a try. At least we now know that Bergvold was in fact planted on Edwards by Mackelson.
But we can't use it.
Information, Ronnie. It's all information.
Any reaction from the top about this morning?
Bloody silence.
The deputy commander's wreathed himself in clouds of brooding pipe smoke.
That's why I wanted something from Bergvold to fight back with. Like a confession to Bolsover's murder. God!
Meanwhile, the world laughs. Gangsters' audacious escape.
And all the time the laugh is on them. Mugs. Bloody fools.
You can't blame the public for being human.
Who says I can't?
Right. Right, 8 for past. Right. Billy! Billy, I'll move again.
What's up?
I've had an invitation to dinner.
Mackelson?
Oh, very old world. He has somebody he thinks I'd like to meet. Apparently, Eddie is a little tired. I told him to keep him there for me. Nothing easier.
You'll go?
Oh, come on, Billy, warm up. Everything's falling down for me. You'll go.
Mackelson's offering you Eddie on a plate. Don't you usually like to know the price of any favours done for you?
You're still touched, aren't you, Billy?
I made a promise for you to Scaliger.
Well, this time the offer has a price that I like. A small service cost for Eddie's removal, at last. Nothing else is owing after that, as Mackelson will find. And then it'll all change. Back. The world as I want it. Remade.
All right. The new moves.
I'll need you and 2 men. Which of the A who phone do we use?
Adams. Schroeder.
Okay. Okay, they do it. Adams and Schroeder. Their real chance to prove their new loyalties to me. I'll need them at Hampstead by 8.
Right.
I've been looking forward to this moment ever since... It's difficult to put. Ever since you returned to civil life, Alec. At one stage, I had imagined that Eddie would accommodate you in some way. But doubtless you've both travelled beyond any area of agreement.
Oh, no, I was prepared to do business with him.
The hell you were...
No. No, you mistook me, Eddie. And I had a private, even personal quarrel with Sheila that I would have coped with in my own way. After that, we might well have found a practical basis for dealing. But you've always mixed business and pleasure, haven't you?
Oh, the two have to be separate. Although, mind you, I've always achieved an immense satisfaction from work. More, I often think, than from so-called pleasure.
I warn you, Alec. He's bloodless.
Now, however, we can at last do business without any irrelevant distractions.
You know he killed Sheila?
Eddie, get a grip. I told you. Remember?
He's admitted it. To my face.
Yes, I had hoped to get you life for avenging yourself upon Alec, but everyone saw through my little joke. Your friend Scaliger, not the least.
Yes. Yes, I remember.
Alec, I'm still prepared to deal.
Oh, yes, of course, Eddie. But what about now?
Well, you come back in. As before.
Eddie, I am back. Can you not think anymore? 8 of your key men have already offered me their unconditional support.
Who?
Adams. Schroeder.
Well, what's the laugh?
It's on you, Eddie.
All the weaker men I've ever known were concerned for money itself. All their activities were based on winning and spending. But in fact, it doesn't work like that. It's not a question of this branch of my enterprise is profitable. That one not. After a certain stage, it becomes a matter of pressures, personalities, people, I'm tempted to say. What kind of will has that man to resist this pressure I'm exerting upon him? What motive is that one for supporting me at this particular moment? Do I, in fact, need to offer that other one any help? When he resigned all effective resistance at that earlier meeting? Oh, by the way, Eddie and I met last week. I even had a place ready for you. But alas, Eddie didn't bring you. We had quite an amusing moment about it.
What did you decide?
That North and South had now reached a certain parity of profit and complexity and would develop more rapidly together rather than apart. I do wish you'd been with us. But still, now you are. Yes, Eddie.
Oh, you bastard. You bloody...
Don't be stupid, Eddie.
He'll sell you out too, don't think he won't. So you two carve it all up between you, is that it? Well, let me tell you, Alec. He'll undermine you too. With his fish-cold accountants, robot muscle men. He killed Sheila. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Sheila?
She meant a great deal to me. More than you have time to know, Eddie.
Time? What time? So 8 of the boys dealt out from me. I still got more. I don't think I haven't. What's 8? I built the South out of the small time, Alec. Your small time into the big time.
Yes, Eddie. His big time.
I'm sorry I'm unable to listen to the hectic cliches of back alley criminality. I suspect Mr. Edwards wishes to leave.
Too right, I do. Take your spade hands from me. What do you think you're in, Henry? Some sort of old boy network floating on a pond of blood? Well, you're back alley, too. You may live up here like some retired political bastard, but everything you've got comes from dirty streets and quick-cut corners like me. Like him. And one day that's what you'll be. A mess on the pavement.
A desperate eloquence. You have, I assume, made certain arrangements?
Of course.
You don't wish for a final interview with him?
No. The rest is purely technical.
All I did. All I did. Jesus.
You bastard!
Adams? Schroeder?
No! Eh?
You! Back from the dead. Get on your way, Eddie.
No! No!
I waited 5 years to do that, Billy.
All the time Alec was inside, eh? Whores.
Thus, you will receive 25% of the gross, while I content myself with a mere 15%. If in the... Yes? Oh. It's for you, Alec.
Yes. Yes. Did you... Yes. Good night.
Everything complete?
Yes. Apparently, Port Maddox will receive a few bones in a couple of days' time.
Identifiable?
I dare say. And then?
Well, as I was saying, you will receive 25% of the gross, while I content myself
Excuse
with
me,
a mere...
Henry, I always talk business in the mornings. Just now I have a sentimental visit to make.
Oh, of course. I'd already guessed as much.
Mr. Mackelson has asked me to go through the accounts with you.